Yeah, I'm not liking the mage. But to be honest, the mage is pretty bad. Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Um, we managed to get the sound back, and we're picking up where we left off last time. So, let's jump in here and figure out who's going to give us the information we need to find Dennis now that we're not meeting Anna. If you saw the last episode of the second playthrough, you know that Anna got upset at the fact that I asked questions about Nick. So, she decided, I'm just going to go home, you do whatever you want. So she never told me let's meet up. And so this is where we are now, the next day.
On the town's Miners' Day celebration. Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that. Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now? Ask around, see if anyone's seen Dennis today. Maybe see if anything jogs my memory. I've heard worse plans.
If you notice in the first playthrough, he said, don't forget about Anna. She could be a valuable
Grasswood's
friend.
small. If Dennis came through Main Street, someone saw him.
He could be a valuable friend. I mean, she could be a valuable friend and all of that. But now, we are not meeting Anna because Anna has no desire to meet us. I'm still not sure, however, what these are. I don't know how to get mementos out. I'll figure that out later. I wonder if I don't even have to... Wait a minute. There is one thing I did want to do. I'm probably going to meet Richard in here as well. So I'll probably cut him out to avoid any... I want to see what happens with
Sam,
her.
you here to pick up something for your condition?
I have a condition?
Yeah, the one that makes you the way you're always so... you? It's all right, of course. I won't tell anyone. I think I might actually have leaky gut. It's where your intestine starts to dissolve and your half-digested food starts to leak out into your blood. I'm trying to find something for it, and if it doesn't help, it can't hurt. I'm glad someone took over this old drugstore. Can you imagine? This town without a pharmacy would be like, well, me with a hole in my gut. I'll just check the internet when I get home. It'll tell me what to get.
It was nice talking to you, Tara.
Oh, yes. Always.
Okay. Didn't need to hear any of that. I can't talk to Kathy right now because she's with a customer, so I guess I have to go talk to you.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Let's say
Yeah, I got to hear all about it secondhand. really not my finest hour.
I would say not. After your barroom brawl, I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys, but you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
Look, man, stop trying to butter me up, alright? Hey, I noticed that about this dude. I was talking about looking for Dennis, and he's, oh, you know that article. Alright, man, stop trying to butter me up, bro. You don't have to be nice. Let me ask.
How do you figure?
The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
I don't want him to take no drugs. Let me see what he says.
A pill pusher who doesn't want to push pills. That's a new one.
Everything is poison. All that matters is the dose. Now, you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
I already know why he moved the
I'll
dashboard.
stop bothering you. I need to get going anyways.
Not bother at all. It's always a pleasure. Do come see me again.
And if Richard is peddling drugs for Declan, and this guy knows Richard by his first name, so who knows, there might be something behind that.
Hey, Kathy.
Yo, Sam. What can I do you for?
Have you seen, actually, what was, did I
So, the wake.
do this
I,
twice last time?
None of us were on our best behavior. Nick would have been happy you showed up, no matter how anything else went. I left early myself to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
Now, I'm not dumb, I don't think. At least I don't think I'm dumb. But when does Sam ever say that that was real? He said, yes, I'll look into it, I'll ask questions, I'll gumshoe it up. But he never told her she was right, at least not right now. Let me stop and just
That's
move
not
on.
what I...
I just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter, and I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
And see, during
No
my
one here was much help.
during my first playthrough, I thought that she was the boss. But apparently she's just another writer at the jungle. So it must be him that's the boss. But if this is strictly a pharmacy, okay, I see some tape and stuff over here, but this doesn't look like a pharmacy. It looks like a corner store. Pure fluff journalism. I mean, look at it. He's selling shoes and what looks like those things the sticks you use when you're skiing. The reason I'm looking around is because I'm trying to find out where you get mementos from. Well, it doesn't appear that I can get one. So let's see what happens. I mean, we have to find Dennis, but we can't. I mean, we're not gonna have Anna's help. So now the question becomes, who's gonna tell me? Dennis usually works weekends, so he might be in the jungle. And another question I have is, can I go to the jungle now? Instead of talking to Joan and talking to talking to, what's his name, Joe, can I just go to the jungle now? Wait a minute. Okay, so I know this is where you go in, but apparently you don't have access to it yet. So there's someone out here I have to talk to first. I see Declan is over there with the clone of Dennis.
Now, I can't just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hey, don't give me that. People have been complaining, so don't let me see you here again.
You fascist. What you just...
Yeah, you about to
I'm
beat,
just doing my
about
job.
to
It's
beat
nothing
him?
personal.
You about to beat him down.
Looks
Stop
like you're
lying.
not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
You got a problem with that? I need to know. Now I asked who that was last time. Someone said, "Have you seen Dennis?"
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night. I'm not judging. His head's full of smoke. Takes a while to clear it out.
And when you think about it, this benefits Declan. Sam fighting in the bar benefits Declan a lot because that can add to his, claim that Dennis is this moron or this guy who's out of his head. So if Dennis ever were to come forward and be like, Declan's peddling drugs, he can say, well, nah, you know how Dennis is. He's always full of fantasies. But I also noticed, let me see. So if I leave now,
I don't want to keep you, officer. Have a good day.
Keep your nose clean.
so now that I did that, can I now go over to the jungle where we all know that Dennis is, well, he's not resting in peace, but he's at least
Remember when this whole celebration used to be twice as big?
Back when this town wasn't just a dead horse we all keep kicking.
Why do we even bother with this old place?
Feels like a ghost town sometimes, except ghosts haven't bothered leaving.
Well, yeah, it was twice as big before because the mine was still open. I mean, this is a minor celebration, so kind of hard to do that without mines. And if it's such a bad place, you think I just made a mistake. Because, I'm not going to have Anna in my corner, apparently, because she will be sitting right here. Now the whole town's going to not believe me. Wait a minute. What's this? Coffee.
Not very inspired.
Why can you inspect that? Like, what does that do with the story at all? She's not happy right now. It's one thing when you say don't interrupt people when they're talking, but again, sometimes you have to understand that a conversation requires one person speak, the other person listen, and then the other person responds, and then the one who spoke first is quiet and listening. You can't have a conversation if you're the only one talking. Ooh.
Cowboy must have lost his keys.
Declan? Wait. A cowboy keychain with Declan's name on it. Cops in Basswood don't go in for subtle. You think Declan chose his career path by watching old westerns? My best armchair psychology says this was a gift from his fellow officers, or maybe even his boss. Something to be said for that simple conflict between good and evil. Black hat versus white hat. So,
Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. I heard you asking about my dad last night.
I guess I wasn't very subtle.
Well, I guess I wasn't very subtle, was I?
No, you were not. Did you find out anything about my dad?
Not yet. Not really, at least.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just...
I can't remember
when I imagine myself in the future...
Have you seen Dennis today?
What? No, I haven't. Were you even listening to me? I shouldn't be surprised. No one listens to me.
I was listening. I just need to find Dennis.
If you hear anything about what happened to my dad, let me know.
Wow, she's
Otherwise,
upset.
just leave me alone.
I didn't realize that these alternate options made you so mean. Like, I couldn't have asked her about Dennis after she finished talking? Wait, was that an option? I don't remember from last time. I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to. But it looks like Anna somehow appeared in the store. She sent me a text message saying that she's working at the shop and she wanted to talk to me. So looks like it's the same outcome as before.
Somehow, I don't think the town's recent history will be included. Fine with me.
So apparently, regardless of what happens in the bar, the next observation is that Anna is the only one that can tell you about Dennis. So the next thing I want to figure out is if I don't tell Anna about the blood on my shirt, now I'm even more suspicious of Hugh. Hey, what is he running? Some kind of pyramid scheme?
You still have Basswood's best coffee?
Ah, honey, you know we've never had that. That's over at the police station. Bess takes her coffee very seriously. Puts mine to shame. She pays out of pocket for real high-end stuff. I'd never make the margins work. Not that my margins have been cutting it lately. It's just been a bit slow the last few years. All over town, really.
I guess that's because I shut down the mine, huh? So, since I shut down the mine, there's no customers to come in and fill this place up. But since it's only you and maybe one other person out there smoking, it's probably a good thing, right?
I know you'll still be here when the rest of the town is gone. You're too tough.
Maybe. But you know us. We always make it through. For example, I thought we'd never have another Miners' Day, but here we are.
It feels strange being back here. I don't think I've been in your cafe in a while.
Almost 2.5 years. Anna kept coming in, but you stopped.
You noticed that?
I could tell you two dears weren't gonna make it. Broke my heart.
Are you serious?
Sounds like you knew before I did.
Gotta have one eye on the customer and one eye on the books. Not that I really want to keep an eye on the books, mind you. Say, hun, would you mind if I finish this?
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck with your book balancing.
How ironic is it that I cut her off because she was talking too much? And I just wanted to know where Dennis was. And now, I come back and make small talk. Now she's struggling financially like everybody else in Bachelor. I wonder if Ethan is struggling financially. Because people like drink away their problems when they don't have a job, so they come to his bar. Anna's coffee. Prefers to drink her coffee as hot as possible. For some reason, I'm not surprised by
Betting
that.
there'll be a few more cups before she leaves. Some things never change.
And you acting like you don't see me right here.
Sam, I didn't think you'd actually show up.
I didn't think I would either. But hey, sometimes we surprise ourselves.
I don't understand why they use the same dialogue here. That makes no sense. After what happened at the bar, and even with her text messages, where she says, I can't see the text message anymore, I don't think. But this dialogue doesn't make sense.
So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
He had it coming.
Honestly, if it happened again, I'd have hit him again. He was asking for it.
That does sound like Dennis.
Yes, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'd have dropped him sooner than you
I'm
would.
working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on. Tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in.
She might slow me down. Or try to involve the cops.
Hey! Anna's frozen in time here. Interesting. So I wonder why she's frozen in time here, but not when he's driving the car. Maybe the more focused he is, the more intense, or the stronger his ability is to just drown out everyone else, so that, everything freezes up.
She might do those things, yes, or she might be someone who you can trust, who can help.
I'm gonna hide it because I told her last time.
I just want to apologize to him for what happened yesterday.
Well, he's probably working at the Basswood Jungle. He's there most weekends.
Thank you. I'll check that out.
We're not gonna have coffee? Okay, bye then.
You told me last night, do what you want to do. You going home, you're done. Why would I sit and have coffee with you? Wait, again, I missed the text message, so maybe she was like, you want to sit down and have coffee or something. I don't know. But why would I do that after you, like, dished me like that? I want to see if I can't talk to Declan about that cowboy key. Or maybe the cowboy key will create an option when you confront Declan. Let me see. Yeah, I can't talk to him right now. But let's go over here and deal with these idiots. I can't deal with these idiots? Oh, that's right. I have to check the front door first.
Locked. I should check the back.
And now...
My. Look what we got here. Showing your face in town again. I thought you were smarter than that. But I'm glad we ran into you. We have unfinished business after all.
Joel, look.
Careful.
Oh, he swung me in the face.
Again. We clear?
Nah, boy, we going back at this time.
Nice sucker punch.
Come on, let's do it. Let's go.
Got some bite. Well now, seems you want a beating. I can oblige.
Let's go. Let's go.
Declan's right down the street.
Yeah, I ain't afraid of you.
This is a small town. There's not enough room for you in it.
And look, all three of y'all were there and I still punched you back. Now what do you gotta say? All three of y'all were there and I still punched you back. Where'd they go? That lets you know I ain't scared. See if you come at me like that again. Alright, let's go inside. And who just leaves? That says employees only. So why would you just leave that back door open? Unless Dennis unlocked it. Can't believe he hit me in the face. What's wrong with you? Didn't you not see me beat Dennis up last night?
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it.
I just noticed Pac-Man
Where's
on the
Dennis?
wall.
He should be in here.
Hey. Okay, so that says what? 3121? They just leave the fan running all night? So this is Nick's desk. That's Tara's desk here. Was that an answer machine? I just heard a beep. Sounds like a printer going off. I also remember last time I was not able to solve how Dennis was killed. So maybe I can figure that out this time too. Like right when I was getting close to it, the imaginary guy just stepped in and solved it for me. So we'll see if that can't change. Apparently I can't search for anything right now. So let's go on over. So where's, okay, I guess all this right here, all these boards used to make up my desk. But I'm still curious as to where Anna's desk is. You got Nick's right there, Tara's right there. And this is Dennis's death.
Dennis. Dennis. What happened? Who? Is that how I got blood on? This is Dennis's office. There must be some clues around. Keep it together. You can solve this. Figure this out before Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you.
Like, I never understood what they meant by Dennis dies again.
Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
What kind of weapon puts a hole in somebody's stomach?
Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close. Where did the bullet go?
Right here.
The bullet stopped here. Small caliber like Dennis's gun. I need to find that gun.
The drawer maybe?
There's nothing useful in those drawers. Dennis had his gun on him at the wake. The bullet stopped here. Small caliber like Dennis's gun. I need to find that gun.
He had it in his pocket, right? He had it on him. Oh, there go the holster right there.
His gun is gone. He had it earlier. Where did it go? The shooter used Dennis's gun, but I didn't have it this morning. And how did I get the blood on me? The blood pooled where Dennis fell, so the body was moved. If I moved it, that's how the blood got on my shirt. I have the complete picture now.
And as you see, in the first playthrough, I wasn't able to figure it out in time. And then the imaginary friend told me exactly what happened and calmed him down anyway. So it's like, even if you don't solve it, you still get the same result. See if anything different happens here. Oh, I didn't hear the door open before.
The blood on the shirt was Dennis's, but I didn't kill him. I found him dead. Blackout drunk, panicked. I stumbled to my car. Luckily, I ended up back at the hotel and not wrapped around a pole. Now, I know I didn't do it. The police, though, may not feel the same way. I need to search the area. See if I can find out why someone would murder Dennis.
He tried to tell me something Nick was in over his head.
Nick was in over his head. Working on his own might have ended badly for him. Exactly. Like I said, you should get out of town. And the details of Nick's death, it doesn't sound like him. 2 years is a long time, Sam. He may have changed more than you know. Changed decade-long habits? I need to go to the crash site. Just remember, if you're right...
Sam? What's happening? Dennis. That's Dennis. What happened? Is he...
Anna,
Is he...
listen to me.
I didn't kill him.
Anna, I did not kill Dennis.
Oh my God, no. It's... How could this happen?
He died last night. Hours ago. Not much we can do right now. He asked me to meet him here after, but I was so drunk I arrived late. And the person that actually showed up killed him.
By the way, there's no way this guy should have been able to drive to this building from Ethan's bar. If he was so drunk that all he remembered was waking up in his hotel room, there's no way he should have been able to drive down here. That's the first thing.
Person? Sam, you were clearly hiding something when we talked at the cafe.
Second thing, when he does the flashback and he sees himself fighting Dennis, his imaginary friend cuts him off. So how does he know that Dennis told him to meet here?
Was it this?
Anna, I didn't kill Dennis. I promise.
Of course, I know that. It's the only reason I'm not running for my life, but why haven't you said anything? At least to me. I wish you trusted me. It won't look good. We need to call the police.
They'll think I killed him. I thought I did at first. I have no alibi.
This is not about you. Dennis had a family. They have to know what happened. It's the right thing to do. Do you want Walter to find his body come Monday?
She has a point. Someone is gonna find him eventually. Involving the police would only slow us down. I'll be more efficient on my own. Efficient and possibly friendless. You already decided not to trust Anna about the
I stand corrected. Anna's frozen in time here as well. So it must be because Sam was in a panic when he was driving that he wasn't able to freeze time and talk to his imaginary friend in the car.
Heard back at Christina's. If you don't listen to her now, what will she think of you?
Now, I said call the cops last time, but this time I think I'm just gonna jet. Forget
Anna,
that.
no. They'll want to interrogate me, and we'll never find out who did this.
What's wrong with you? How could you be so cold?
We can't make him not dead. What we do now will decide if we can find out what really happened. Trust me.
I'm not comfortable with this. But if you insist, we'll just leave him.
Also, I think whoever did this might be linked to Nick's accident.
This is about Nick? The crash?
I'm going to the crash site to confirm my suspicions.
I'm not going with you.
Why not?
Because you don't trust me. You think I didn't already notice back at the cafe? I can't follow you blindly.
I see. That's fair. I'll keep you in the loop if I find anything.
All right. Be careful.
So I don't have Anna with me now. But she's still not angry. So that doesn't mean I can't go to her house and figure out how to get to the cove.
You're sure you want to do this? Dennis was murdered, and the report on Nick's crash doesn't sit right with me. I need to know what really happened to Nick. Suit yourself. Just be careful.
And all you're gonna do is sit back there and hope I don't die, huh? Well,
This is the place.
yep. So now I don't have Anna. So I'm wondering now, like, what happened to Anna? I mean, what's gonna happen with Anna? Is she gonna go back to the, well, I mean, come on, let's be real. You know she's gonna call the
Nick,
cops.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
Um,
First, gather the clues. Cold, hard, plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened.
you know she's gonna call the cops, so...
Debris from Nick's car. The police didn't clean up very well.
There's no question about that. But
The car went up like kindling.
the one thing
It
I
was
want
pretty
to
intense.
know,
The bark got badly burned.
the one
Must
thing
be
I
where
want to
Nick
know
crashed.
is, will she be at her house when Richard breaks in?
This shouldn't hit me so hard. I already suspected. There's a difference between suspecting and knowing. The report is wrong. This was a murder. You gonna call Anna? Tell her what you found? Is that even a good idea? She'll have to know eventually.
Now, if I don't call Anna, will I still be able to go to the cove? That's what I wonder. Because, see, I'm thinking right now, if I call Anna, she'll tell me, you're the second person that called. My dad just called, said somebody broke into my house. And then I have to go over to her house. So, and then it'll pick up from the first playthrough. So let's see what happens if I don't tell her right now.
No, I better wait until I have actual proof. Practical as always. Look, I have her best... Anna? What's the matter?
Can you come over to the house?
What?
There's been a break-in.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was with my dad, and when we arrived, everything's a mess.
I'm on my way. Not telling her right now might be for the best. Glad you agree.
Oh, come on. So they make you go there anyway. I mean, I'm okay with it, I guess, but... Alright, so from here on out, I'm just not going to expect anything major. I'm not going to expect any major changes from here on out, because they could have done something else, like let me find some other way to catch Declan without Anna's help.
Long days always find ways to get longer.
Appointment. I'm at the doctor's more often than I'm home. Sam, talk some sense into my daughter here.
Crazy day, huh?
Well, I mean... this is a real crazy day we're having, huh, Joe?
I knew you wouldn't be any help. You always let her walk all over you.
What?
Dad, I love you. And I love that you want to protect me, but please, it'll be okay. Go to your doctor's appointment. The police will be here soon.
I'm just belly aching. It's your house. Your rules. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Though before I head off, Sam, you tell me if something was going on, right? Anna's brave and she's strong, but she's also stubborn.
Dad, I told you I can take care of myself.
And I'm old enough to know when things ain't right. You tell me now, Sam. You tell me if my little girl is in danger. I can't watch over her anymore, so I need you to keep her safe.
Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Joe, I don't know.
She's all I have left. Promise me you'll protect her. I need your word.
Wow. Heavy. Joe's really laying on the paternal guilt. I can't promise something like that. I don't...
And yet again, so maybe I just wasn't paying attention, because they're both frozen in time yet again while he's talking to his imaginary friend. But then I also wonder if, like, all of this that he's saying to himself in his head, is this all split second? So maybe 5 seconds go by and then he answers Joe? Or is he just sitting there with a blank stare like a drone?
know what might happen. He just wants to feel like someone is looking out for her. I can't blame him. And what if I can't keep that promise? Then refuse. All I know is I personally couldn't say no to a desperate father.
Now, I promised last time, I really don't want to say refuse, but this is a different playthrough. So we're going to see what he says if he refuses.
Of course I want Anna to be safe. But she's her own person. I can't make decisions for her.
She's my little girl. She's all I have left. Surely you understand.
I do. That's why I would never lie to you.
Dad, I can take care of myself. Nothing's gonna happen to me, okay?
I see I won't change your minds. Time for me to go home.
Text me when you arrive, all right? Hey, don't feel bad about my dad. He still needs to learn to trust me. And thank you for not indulging him. I'm heading inside. See how bad it is.
Well, this is gonna weigh on Joe.
Why? Why would it weigh on Joe? Because
I need to get in there eventually. Maybe I should look around the property first.
I don't understand.
It's bugs.
Now, in the first playthrough, I went around here into that room right there. And that's where I got jumped by Richard. So I want to explore the other rooms first.
The door is closed. Huh. She never used to lock it.
Well, looks like that, that was the one thing I wanted to see, what was in that room first. Is this
It looks like Joan's using this room now.
What?
Anna must have been letting her use it when she stayed over.
Joan. Look at this room. Look at this room, Joan. Oh, wait a minute. I'm so upset at Anna, I forgot this place was broken into. My bad.
Not your standard thief. Too destructive. Oh, maybe trying to send a message?
I wouldn't say all that. Mr. Unicorn?
Mr. Unicorny.
Wait.
You and Joan have been inseparable since the day she was born.
Mr. Unicorny? Now, if that's not corny, I don't know what is. What is... Oh, that's one of her mementos. But what does that do? I wonder. Maybe I can use that when she's,
Got the A, corrected the teacher, but still forgot the date.
Oh my goodness. I don't mind you correcting the teacher, but so long as you do it in a respectful manner. Oh, I'm not sure I want to go to the Mind Palace for this.
This used to be her old bed. First thing she bought when she settled in.
If I'm just gonna say this now. If this brings up a scene I find inappropriate, I'm gonna cut it. So let's see what happens. And as I thought, it was something inappropriate. So that's why you're seeing me standing in this room a couple of seconds later. Basically what happened, Anna and Sam are in bed together. Sam is asleep. Anna's on her laptop trying to get an article ready to send to Walter before the due date. And she can't get the laptop to work. So she wakes him up to tell him to fix the laptop so that she can get her article put out. he sits up in the bed, fixes the laptop, and she's not clothed appropriately. So I cut the video, but that's pretty much all that happens. Which, by the way, I have to say is so hypocritical, because you're upset at Sam for, dialing down and keeping his face in his article. But,
As if her week wasn't bad enough already.
then you turn around
I should
and wake
erase
him
it.
up in the middle of his sleep.
But then the police wouldn't get the burglar's handwriting.
You wake him up in his sleep to get your little article out. I'm gonna clear this off this time.
Not the smartest decision, but Anna deserves a break.
I disagree. If you did that to give her a break, I probably should have left it up there. So we have no choice but to go on in here.
Why is it so dark in here?
Okay. So basically, I'm assuming, let me see where I am right now. Yeah. So that locked door over there that I couldn't get in is basically this door right here. Alright, so we're back. Nothing changed. Nothing changed after the talking with Anna. Only difference is she becomes distraught after you tell her Nick's dead. That he was murdered. After you tell her that, she becomes distraught. Sits down on the couch, and then it continues the conversation that you have on the that we had in the first playthrough. And there was also like a mind palace scene with Sam and Anna in the bed, which really didn't make much, which really didn't help or add anything to the story. Now, one thing I want to find out here, I did not see or at least look at Bug's bike. So I wonder if he's going to think that the intruder is in here instead of Bug. Let's see what happens.
Bug?
Muley? How did you... Does my mom know?
Does your mom know what? What is this?
Mom doesn't know. Good.
Nope. Looks like
I've decided to leave
nothing
town.
changed.
Bug, this is not what we found out about Nick's death. You can't do that. You're the adult. She's the child. Do you want her to start looking for the people who killed her father by herself? Do the responsible thing. Make her stay. It's for her own good.
She was also frozen in time at that point. Now, the last time I told her the truth and she decided to stay, but this time, I'm putting my foot down. I'm calling your mama.
I'll call your mother.
What? Don't.
I'll call her right now.
Don't.
You can't just run away.
Fine. I'll go home. Don't call her.
It's for your own good, Bug. It's too dangerous for you out there.
Whatever. You're just like everyone else.
Ooh, harsh. But fair. Sorry, Bug. Now that I've kept your daughter from skipping town, let's see if you've kept anything hidden out here, Nick.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt really bad about that.
This record is fraudulent. Nick stretched his fish to beat mine. Whoever killed Nick, I probably know him. Grew up with him. Even if you don't know them, they know you. Nick, Dennis, gone. The stone-cold killer walks the streets of Basswood. Things like this can really make you feel isolated, make you realize that at the end of the day, you're in this alone.
Wow. Even your imaginary friend is gone. But technically speaking, you're alone because of the choices you made so far. Alright, so we're back. And I want to see if I can say that Tyler is D. So I'm gonna say instead of Richard that Tyler is D. See what happens.
It doesn't match. Nothing suggests that this is D.
Alright.
I don't think this is D either.
So again, the main plot cannot be altered. It can't be that Tyler is D. It can't be that JR is D. It has to be Richard.
Richard, a.k.a. Dickie, a.k.a. D. Looks like
So,
I found who I was looking
yeah,
for.
I'm going to cut it here and we'll come back at the cove. Alright, so this time I'm going to shut out Anna and listen to him and see what he has to say.
Bess took my statement about the break-in. She didn't mention you.
It won't be long before someone finds Dennis. Then they'll be looking for me. We need to stay focused on tracking down Dickie. He was Nick's informant, and he's our only lead. I owe it to Joan to find the truth.
I'm sure Dickie's still there. He had no other place to go.
What are you two doing? The longer you run from the police, the worse it'll be when they catch up with you. Explain everything. Show them all you found. That's what a sane person does.
So, how should we handle finding Dickie?
Play it by ear.
You and I are gonna...
We just need to be careful and look out for each other.
This town has like 17 people in it. You've met the killer. I'm not saying you have to run and hide. Just be careful about the lion's den. You have options here. Real life isn't as clear as the world in your head. Just know the more you poke around, the more likely the world pokes back. And whoever is involved in all this, they poke real hard.
If that even makes any sense.
That's rough.
That's rough? Were you even listening to me?
Mostly.
Mostly. Sam, what is with you?
Because you've got this. Easy. Look at you. So together. You got so drunk, you've forgotten anything that could have been remotely useful. Your friends are turning
Why
up
is he
dead.
still saying
You're
this
getting
line?
brained by burglars. And now we're riding straight into the back roads with no backup. You're afraid to let things go. Maybe she'd be lucky if she never saw you again.
Are you still with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you even listening to me? This isn't going to end well, Sam. Okay, if that's how you're gonna play it, Sam, I won't waste my breath. If you want to be all on your own, then go ahead. Be on your own. It won't be as nice as you think.
Here. This is the cove.
Huh?
Get your head on straight. The cove. We're here.
So whether you listen to
Right.
him or not, he does not help
Right.
you out at the cove. So when he said get out of my face, I was just like, look, I'm not trying to start nothing up because of Anna and all that stuff. But now I feel kind of different. So I'm going to try this option and see what happens.
What happens if I don't?
I shatter your face. You keep bothering me, and I'm gonna stop being nice. Before I break your knees.
Oh, Walter, I'm so sorry, man. Oh, he says, do you have a moment to talk? Something dramatic has happened. It's Dennis. I'm at the police station, so you can imagine it isn't the best conversation. Any chance we could come down here? So, here's the thing, right? I get it, Walter seems like a nice guy, but I promise you, if Sam were to go down there and speak to him, the police would get Sam, arrest him, charge him, and that'll be it. But let me see, do you know what happened? Cat right now, do you know what happened to him? Sam, it's a terrible thing. Can't bring myself to say. Call me when you can. Interesting. Because you know while I was here the
Clock's
last...
ticking. Cops will start looking for me soon.
While I was here...
So Dickie is in one of the trailers. That narrows down my search.
While I was here the last time...
Just need a bit more info to close in on Dickie.
It was Bess that sent me the text, not Walter.
Dickie could be here. But I need to be sure. Every second counts.
That's so stupid. What if he was a criminal? Because he actually is a criminal. And you're harboring. What if he was a serial killer or a kidnapper? And you're like, oh, as long as you follow my rules, I don't care about the rules of America. I don't care about the rules of any other place. So long as you over here, you can kidnap, murder, sell drugs, it doesn't matter. But I don't remember the option to ask why Nick came here. I wonder, when did I wonder if I had this option last time. I don't think I did.
Tyler said Nick came here before. What did he want?
He took an interest in my people. He wanted to know their stories.
Such as?
Sam.
Well, the long, sad stories most people do not want to hear. We all stumble during our lives. Knowing how we fall and how some make it out can provide guidance for the future, don't you think?
This is odd. I don't remember having this option last time. And I know I spoke to Tyler in the first playthrough, and I know he said Nick taught him how to make taught him a good recipe for bass. So why didn't I have this option last time?
What about opioids? Did he say anything about that?
There are no drugs here, Samuel. To stay, you must remain clean.
Interesting. Well,
I'll go now. Thanks for indulging me.
Naturally.
So Dickie lives here, but his place should be isolated from the others. I know enough to make an educated guess. Dickie's gotta be in one of these places.
I thought they gave me an option to talk to Anna. Alright, so now this is the other thing that I wanted to see. Because I wonder if can you fight RJ here?
Quad. Isolated. Someone lives here. That's where Dickie's hiding. Time to pay him a visit.
If you can't fight RJ here, I'm going to cut it to where we actually reach Dickie. So here goes nothing. Can I talk now? Oh, so you do get to ask.
You're Ethan's sister, right?
was his sister.
How do you stop being someone's sister?
He tried to make every decision in my life. Same as the rest of my old family. Though Ethan was by far the most suffocating. I didn't like who I was when I was around him. I didn't like either of us.
So you two don't ever talk to each other anymore?
Not really. Well, the last time we did, I ended up coming here. Maybe was his sister was harsh. You can tell him we've talked, if you gotta.
It's probably time I leave you alone.
You're probably right.
So is that Ethan's? Is that a memento for Ethan? These controls, I'll tell you the truth. No, it wasn't a memento for Ethan. So I guess that's just an extra part of the story. But I do have a question now, and that is, can you bring yourself to burn this bear? Can you bring yourself to burn this statue, knowing that this is Ethan's kin?
With all the flammable lacquer and varnish, this thing catching fire is sure to divert attention. It's out of the way, so no one should get hurt, but there will be lots of chaos. I just need to work out the exact details. If I lit the wood shavings, the varnish on the statue would catch fire. It won't take long for the fire to reach those, and when it does, they'll go up. I can get the fire going, but it won't do any good if they put it out right away. I need to check for ways they could put it out. The fire needs to burn long enough to distract, but small enough to be manageable. Don't want to see the whole place go up in flames. If I sabotage Lynette's old hose, she'll have to find something else to put the fire out with. If they're in a panic, they might not see me hiding under this. Shovel, hose, bucket. It's deep enough. I could squeeze in here. I saw a fire extinguisher in here earlier. If Tyler gets it, the fire might not burn long enough for me to reach Dickie. If I hid Tyler's keys, it'd take him longer to get the fire extinguisher from his trunk. I've got everything I need, but I won't be able to do it by myself. I need Anna's help. Hey, Anna, can I have a quick sidebar? I need to time everything carefully.
Alright, we are back. We finished with the planning.
You'll have to be cautious. I need you to sabotage the water hose. Unscrew the cap where it attaches so there's no pressure.
Okay, but why?
Do you trust me?
Yes.
Then trust
What?
me.
But she wouldn't even go to the crash site because she didn't trust you. Now she trusts you? That's weird. But yeah, so the only thing left to figure out that's different here is based on the options I looked at on the start of the second playthrough. It looks like you can stop and talk to Tyler and RJ instead of grabbing Anna and running away. So let's see what happens if that's the case. And I'm probably gonna cut. I'm probably gonna cut straight to that because I don't think anything else is gonna change here since the main plot is still the same. All right, so if you're coming to this point right here and you're wondering what happened, well, that was disappointing. All right, if you still see what happened, then I just decided to edit it and play it anyway. But honestly, there was really no difference at all. Like, nothing changed except what they say. Sam tells them both, Sam is like, look, I can explain. No. Okay, so you know where JR calls him a firebug and Tyler's like, I'm going to beat the mess out of you, blah, blah, blah. And Anna says, Sam, we need to leave. And JR tells Anna to shut her mouth because she's just as bad for bringing him there in the first place. And then Sam tells them, look, I can explain. And Tyler was like, oh yeah, you're going to explain. And RJ says, somebody get me my rifle. And then Anna grabs Sam by the arm and runs away. So the only real difference is in one option, Sam grabs Anna and runs away. And in the other option, Anna grabs Sam and runs away. But let's see if Anna has something different to say now. Because, in the first playthrough she says, you shouldn't have set the fire, people could have gotten hurt. But let's see if she says something different this time. And if she doesn't, then you know that the developers were like, look, we've come a long way. So from here on out, it's just going to be the same no matter what you choose. And yes, I'm probably going to skip every bit of the Mind Palace stuff here. If you see anything from the Mind Palace after they stop this car, it's because it's something different that wasn't in the first playthrough.
It doesn't make any sense. None of it does. Why would Declan do that? He was always a stand-up cop. Now he's a crime boss?
No time to think about it. Right now, we need to get to that dead drop. Nick probably gathered enough evidence to reveal what Declan was up to. Our word against his won't cut it. That stick is the only way we'll take him down.
Or maybe you could just stay out of this? Declan's trying to save his skin. If you go against him on that promontory, he'll be trapped in a corner. This isn't a game. This isn't a puzzle. And you're dealing with a man whose go-to solutions to problems has been to kill them away. Is this why you told Joe you wouldn't keep Anna safe? To not feel guilty? You can't bring Nick back, but you can still save yourself and Anna. Breathe. Focus. Think it through. Declan's already killed 2 people.
Sam, I know it's been a rough day, but you're freaking me out. Stop zoning out. We're just about there, and I need you to help me figure out our next steps.
Next steps? At a place where someone might put a bullet through your head. No, that's too dramatic. It'll probably be something quiet, simple. Make it look like you killed yourself. Took too many pills. Who'd question that? You're not thinking clearly.
What are you looking at?
You're focused on finding the facts and not focused on the very real dangers.
You need to focus on the road, not on whatever daydream you're lost in.
Just stop.
You're the one that needs to stop.
Sam, you're going too fast. You need to stop.
Leave me
Sam,
alone.
stop it. Sam,
Sam,
stop!
there's a turret.
Stop!
Stop! Sam, stop! Stop! Stop the car!
I wonder why him can't do anything the
Are
same.
you okay? You nearly got us killed.
I need a moment.
Take your moment, but make it quick. We're already at the promontory. We need to find that dead drop before Declan gets here.
Alright, so we're back. As I mentioned before, I skipped the Mind Palace simply because there's nothing different there. Despite all my choices, nothing changed in the Mind Palace. I even tried to select different choices for the 3 events in his past. When he proposed to Anna, when he told Joan that he was leaving, and when he told Nick that he was leaving. I tried to do different choices, and all 3 times, the imaginary friend pretty much cut me off until I made the right choice. So you can't change that part of it either, so I figured there's no reason to leave that in. But one thing I did change was at the end when I had to make the choice. Instead of choosing him, I chose to stick with the facts. And so apparently him or the imaginary friend says, goodbye forever. And Sam is like, we'll see each other again sometime. And he goes, no, Sam, we won't. And then he vanishes. And now we're waking back up. Sam's finished having his moment. He's in the car. Joan is left like before. So it's interesting to see what happens now that since I pretty much told him to get out of my head, now the question is, what is he going to think about Anna? So this is where we're picking up at now. So let's get to it. Everything seems to be the same so far.
Sam, we don't have time for this.
No cell reception. If anything happens, we're on our own.
Wait a minute. So as you know before, if you decide to keep him, he tells you Anna got up and left. But now he sees what Anna did while he was out? That's kind of weird. But yeah, we're gonna
Declan
move
could be here
on,
already.
and
I should be careful.
we're gonna cut to whenever we see something different. If the scene is still the same, I'll just cut to the ending where he meets Anna at her house. But if there's something different, if there's something new, then it'll cut straight to that from here. So that is, we will be... Alright, folks. So, we are back at the part where Anna attacks Dennis. Literally nothing changed from the time I cut to this point now. I chose a different option. I told Anna she could go home and I can do this alone. She said no. I want to make sure if he really did do this, I want to make sure to put him behind bars myself. So we found the evidence, and of course, Declan says the same thing. Nothing changed. The only thing that changed is that him, or I keep saying him, but the imaginary friend, is not there to tell you what Declan's thinking or anything like that. But regardless of the choice you choose, he still comes to the same conclusion. And Anna attacks him. So we're at the part now where Anna attacks him. He hits her in the stomach, but he loses his gun first. And as you know, Sam is going to run over, punch him in the face, wrestle him for a bit. Then he gets knocked down, and Anna's going to pick up the gun, and they're going to shoot each other. But he's going to fall off the cliff, and she's going to pass out. And then we'll just see what this ending is like. So, let's continue from here. Wait a minute, why is it taking so long? Okay, he dropped. Well, I do notice he's moving in slow motion. Like, they're moving in slow motion. That's different. I don't understand why he's moving in slow motion. Wait, wait a minute. A mind palace?
I have to think and move fast. Stay one step ahead of Declan. If I make even a single mistake, there are no second chances this time. He murdered Nick. He murdered Dennis, and he'll murder us. If I can predict his next moves, we might be able to get the upper hand. Who he is will tell me what he'll do.
Who he is will tell me what? Well, I got the gun right here.
I could try going for his gun.
Okay, so I'm right there. If I try going for his gun, that's a couple of steps. That's like 1 or 2 steps. What is this?
Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him.
I suppose, but
I could tackle Declan to get him off Anna.
now see, that's what happens originally. He tackles Declan, and while Anna's on the floor, so basically, what is he, superhuman now? All this must be happening. Who is this?
Muley, it's time to give it your all. Don't underestimate Declan.
He's stronger than he looks.
Anna's got maybe a couple of seconds tops
before he overpowers her.
You gotta find a way to stop him, Sam.
He'll kill you both.
So this must be Nick. What is this? If I rush to the gun... there's a chance I could... Now, there's no way you're gonna tell me... Okay, I'm standing right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no way you're gonna tell me I can't dive over here and get this gun before he can get his spare out of his pants. Rush to help Anna, we've already seen that. Or throw a rock. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to rush for the gun, because anyone in there, I mean, who would throw a rock? Like, oh, there's a rock right here. Maybe a caveman would think about throwing a rock, but when you got a gun right there, like, by the time he knocks Anna over, I should have this gun and shoot him before he can get to his other gun. So I'm gonna go with rush to gun. Okay, so but what if he... Okay, let's just see what happens. This is the second playthrough. You know, I haven't seen this. Like, you don't see this in the first playthrough because him is there analyzing everything. But in my opinion, I'm actually curious. Alright, let's see.
I could grab his gun, but that would only work if Anna keeps Declan occupied.
Now I do remember Nick said it's not gonna be long before he overpowers Anna. But how many seconds do you need? The gun is right there. So let's go ahead and grab that gun.
Get off!
Get down!
Anna!
Well, that did not go well at all. You know what, Sam? Why are you such a weakling, man?
I have to use this to my advantage. I should strike him on his blind side and use the element of surprise. But that'll only work if I can predict what he'll do next.
Why are you such a weakling, bro?
Think, Sam.
Like, I've never seen someone
Anna's
so
been shot.
weak.
I need to help her, and fast. No more mistakes, Sam.
Also, going for the gun was a mistake? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Declan might go for his gun. Anna's been shot. I need to help her, and fast. No more mistakes, Sam.
How was that a mistake? This is ridiculous, man. Well, you know I'm about to go redo this.
Declan might attack me now.
Who is that over there? Who is that?
You know Declan's killed 2 people already.
Put them in the dirt.
But he kills for reasons, yeah? He
Wants to destroy the evidence.
And since your girlfriend has it.
You better act fast, man.
Oh, so that must be Richard telling me Declan's not gonna go for me, he's gonna go for the evidence first. I noticed you standing over here. Who is that? Who is that?
You don't have to fight, just leave. None of this has to ever hurt you again. I'm done running.
Oh, that was a version of myself. That's gotta be Joe.
That man is a monster. And he'll
Kill you and my little girl as soon as spit.
But he ain't dumb. If he uses his service gun,
it'd be traced back to him.
And he's been covering his
tracks so far.
Ah, so I guess that means he's not gonna go for his gun. That option's out of the question. What would Declan do? Why can't I see any options? Okay. I can't even read that. Rush to his gun or attack Sam.
If I can predict Declan's next action, I'll have a chance to get the jump on him.
Well, we already established he's not gonna rush for his gun. If anything, he's gonna go for Anna, right? But I only have 2 options. And that's... I can't even see that. These angles, I'm telling you, the angles in this game are terrible. So it's either rush to his gun or attack Sam. Now, we know this is weird because according to Joe, he's not going to shoot with his service weapon. So that means he wouldn't rush to his gun. And according to Richard, he wants to get the evidence first. So he would go, that means he would go for Anna first, not me. But the option to select Anna is not here. So I guess I'll go with he'll attack Sam.
If Declan heads this way, I should wait here and ambush him.
Ambush him how? Like, you're trash, man. He didn't even push Anna that hard, and he knocked you off your trajectory, and you couldn't even get the gun. Like, there's nothing you can do right now that will get me to believe you would have a successful ambush. But, I mean, hey, we've gone this far. Only thing I can think of is, if this turns out to be bad, I'll just have to try again, see if I can't get a different ending.
Hide me. Your boyfriend's smarter than he looks. Now give me that.
No.
Oh! Oh! What?
Get off!
Yeah. I'm dead. I'm dead.
If I don't do something, we're dead. But if I do the wrong thing...
This dude is a joke, man. Sam is a joke.
I have to stay focused. Account for all the elements at play here.
Well, there is one thing for sure.
Anna's been shot again. She might not make it. I need to take out Declan now.
You know what? Had you been a little bit stronger in your life, had you hit them weights, you probably could have been taking him out. We're as good as dead, though.
I could rush him and try and take his gun out of the equation.
There's no point in talking to anybody because I only have one option. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, did I make a mistake?
Anna's been shot. I need to help her, and fast. No more mistakes, Sam.
You have to save Anna.
We dragged her into this mess.
I dragged her into this mess.
I was about to
If you
say.
can distract Declan, Anna might have time
to get the gun.
Keep his eyes
on you, Sam.
I was about to say you dragged Anna into this mess. I wanted to live happily ever after with Anna. You dragged her into stabbing me in the back, so let's not go there. Is that Joan?
Anna's
She's really hurt.
That ugly yellow phone may be the only way
to get her help quickly enough.
That big jerk's not stupid. He'll
Probably keep an eye on that phone.
I think we're as good as dead, but I think I made a mistake. I think I actually did make a mistake.
I could try calling for help.
Let me see. I examined the phone.
I could get behind cover.
I could get behind cover. Now, yeah, okay, so that's why I had no option to help Anna, because I had no option to help Anna because apparently I missed something that I should have examined in the last scene. This is unfortunate because if I rush Declan, he's gonna shoot me. There's no way he's not gonna fire that gun before I can get to him. Try to move the gun away. I'm as good as dead if that's the case. So I think the only viable option I have, I mean, he's focusing on me now. So if I duck behind a tree, he'll come around after me, and that'll give Anna time to grab the gun and shoot him as he think. Here's what I'm thinking. Because the gun is where? Right here. The gun is right where I'm standing right now. She can crawl over here and grab the gun while I run this way, Declan will come after me, or he'll shoot a shot at me first. And when he sees that he missed and I go behind this tree, he'll come after me. And as he's coming after me, she'll be waiting on this end to shoot him as he's coming around over here. I hope Anna, we've had our differences, but I don't want you to die right now. I don't want you to die right now. But I just don't see him not pulling the trigger if I move forward even an inch. Like, he's gonna shoot me. I mean, he's already gonna shoot me because I jumped him from behind. So I have to get out of the way. I have to get out of the way. Because if he shoots me, he's just gonna shoot Anna, and then we're both dead. But if he misses, he'll come after me, and it'll give her time to get the gun and shoot. So,
If I dodge, I'm safe for the moment, but what then? I'll lose sight of Declan and he might focus on Anna.
You'll lose sight on Declan and he might focus on Anna. Why would he focus on Anna? She's not a threat. He done shot her twice. So she's not a threat right now. The only threat right now is me, who's still perfectly healthy. So any logical cop would think I need to take care of the threat first, and then I can I mean, think about it. He might not even kill us. Like, if he ends up shooting me anyway, he might take the evidence and be like, look, I don't want to kill you, so I'll take the evidence and then I'll, concoct some kind of story or whatever, and you don't have to die. But I don't see any other option right now except to go behind this tree so that I don't get killed.
No one's coming to help you.
Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him now!
Bastard.
No! He shot out the phone!
No. Anna? Can you hear me? I need you to stay with me. I need you to...
No.